Alright guys, welcome back. Big Poppa T-Mo here. We're back on No Man's Land. This is going to be episode 5 of the struggle map. We are currently cutting up some timber and loading it up onto our trailers. We're still having mod conflicts with the lumberjack and the strong farmer and the chainsaw. I don't know what's going on. And haven't had a chance to really figure it out yet. One thing I have done is I had the HUD was off so that I could take some screenshots for you. Got to take those screenies so I can do proper thumbnails for the videos. Oop, oop, whoopa. Alright, what we're going to do though is we're going to try and cut down and load up some more timber so that we can take it up to the shop and sell it, because this is our only way of making money at the moment. It's going to be a while before the crops come in. And this is giving me fits as well. Alright, what are we doing with the little chip? Alright, let's toss the chip. These trailers are pretty nice, but they are giving me some problems. Nothing too serious. It's mainly because I didn't cut everything perfectly. The loading is not the best. It's mainly me that's the problem, to be honest. Mainly me that's the problem. But things like that, if you get too close to these trees and then pull out the chainsaw, it's just not operating, and it's frustrating the heck out of me. Chainsaw was always one thing in FS19 that you never had problems with. Chainsaw was just always old, reliable, you know? Now the trees act completely different. So what I'm trying to teach myself how to do is step back from the tree, fired up way back there, and then walk up to what I'm trying to cut. But old dog, new tricks, you know. You know what they say about that. But we're going to get this front trailer loaded up. And I'm hoping that we make a pretty decent chunk of change off of this. The last one was, the last loads of trailers was about 10 grand. And we didn't have nearly as many big trees on that one as we do on this one, so I'm thinking we'll make some decent money. And we only need about 20 grand before we can afford to buy the baler, so two loads of timber and we're good to go. I think that's got everything strapped in. It's a little sketch. It's a little sketch. Now the other thing I was considering was maybe acquiring 2 more trailers. Because 2 trailers is like 9 grand. Whoa! Almost lost that one. And then we could have a longer train and take shorter or fewer trips to get the money, because the drive is pretty long, honestly. It is not a short trek to the shop. I'm also kind of curious. I keep thinking maybe I want to lease a feller buncher and cut down a lot of trees quickly. As long as I do like a whole bunch of them within a day. But we don't have, I mean, we don't have a ton of timber, and some of the timber we have requires the big feller buncher, not the small one. So I think we're going to hold off on a feller buncher for a little while. Alright, let's see if we can get all of this to go at once. Alright, both trailers are on the trigger. That was $18,000 worth of timber on that one load. I'll take it. Alright, so one more load of timber and we've got more than enough to purchase the baler that I want. Boop. Yeah, if we're doing $18,000 per load, I don't think I'm gonna worry about the feller buncher anytime soon. Oh, I do love that piece of equipment. Now, the one that I like is actually the Komatsu. As opposed to the Rotney. The Rotney's too big. I like that little one. But it won't grab the biggest trees. The biggest trees are too large for it. For that, you need the Rotney, which is much more expensive. But having nice even cuts would actually make it much easier to load too. It is a debate. But see, all those really tall trees, it won't get those. But it would make short work, and it delimbs. You know what? I'm actually gonna take a quick peek. Let's see how much the... Alright, that's 435. That's 470. This will take the big ones. Let's see how much it would be to lease one of these. $23,000. So I would need to do one load, one major load. Might be worth it. Well, let's see what it. We'll lease it. Now, just out of curiosity too, because I'm all about being efficient. Narrow tires, Big Poppa T-Mo green, rim color black. Gonna buy that. We're gonna buy 2 of them. I don't know if I can hook this up to the back of did I just kind of curious if I can hook the trailers up to the back of this. Alright, I'm having trouble with my controller. Controls are not working at all. Saving content, game is paused. Alright, so I just lost all controls. Alright, why did that remap my controls? Alright. That was really weird. I don't think I can hook that up to it. Now, even though it's got the hitch on the back. Now, this is not my favorite feller buncher, mainly because the cab and the swing arm operate independently of one another. But let's go ahead and get this on out there and let's see what we can fell and bunch as quickly as possible. Not the fastest piece of equipment either. $23,000 to lease this thing is pretty steep. But how the cab and the arm turn at the same time, but it's not attached to the front. It takes a little bit of getting used to on this particular one. At least for me it does. At least for me it does. So we're going to have a little bit of a learning curve, reminding ourselves how the feller bunchers work. I think 6 meters is the right length for that trailer. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't actually tell you how long it is. With FS22, one of the other things that I'm not super pleased with, I don't think they give us as much information about the equipment in the sales office as they used to. I'm particularly confused about the difference between weight and volume. Everything's in liters now. It doesn't tell you how many pounds it'll carry. Or it goes by tonnage, which doesn't tell you how many liters. And the descriptions in general just seem a little bit more lacking, but maybe that's something that'll come in time. I'm not exactly sure. I tell you what, if I had the opportunity to take one of these bad boys out on my property and take down some trees, oh, I would have so much fun. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob. All right, let's test this out on a smaller tree first. Okay. Oh, those look a little long. So let's knock that down to 5 meters. That looks a little better. It's definitely going to speed up the process with it de-limbing for me too. Won't have to deal with the silly chainsaw issues. Boop. Yeah, this machine is a beast. I wish they were better at picking up pieces already on the ground too. Now I have regrets for having cut anything down yet. Definitely going to be a worthwhile investment. The lease cost is going to pay for itself for sure. Now, I have seen an actual Scorpion King in operation here in western Pennsylvania once. A couple years ago, local timber company brought one in, and I've got to admit it was Very impressive. That operator really knew his stuff. Made very quick work of what he was doing, and with where I live, it's pretty hilly terrain, pretty mountainous, and that machine was not bothered by the slopes at all. Alright, I do need to jump out here real quick. Try and clean up this pre-existing stuff. At least get them de-limbed so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Alright, that's much cleaner. And what do we got going on over here? Much nicer. Now I know some people can actually pick trees up with the feller bunchers. I'm not familiar enough with the equipment to be able to do that. I'm not even going to try, so I'll end up just cutting these by hand. That is, of course, if I can even... Oh my goodness. Unless I smack the crap out of something with it. These trees are all sorts of squirrely. It's kind of funny, after putting more than 3,000 hours into FS19 in 18 months, how much of a learning curve there is with FS22. Still same basic game and everything, just the little differences in how things operate definitely takes some getting used to. And the things that we don't have yet, like the real mower mod was one of my favorite mods, because when you ran over bushes with the lawn mowers, it would get rid of them. Don't have that back yet, so I still have all these bushes all over the place. And bushes in just about every game I play really, really bug me. I have a hard time seeing through ground cover. It's probably just me, but you know. It is a problem I have, therefore it bugs me. Or what? I don't even know where that tree just went. Don't even know where that tree just went. Yeet. Yeet. All right. I think that's clean enough. Let's get this out of the way. Let that calm itself back down a little bit. Clam down, tree, clam down. If you grab them in the middle, they're not quite as bad. But even then, they sometimes do that. It's already a lot of timber on the ground. Alright, I'm going to try and grab this one, even though it's already cut. Since it's still standing. Oh, knocked that one right over. Knocked it over. I hope these are the right length. We'll find out pretty quick. If they're not, we'll just cut the next batch at 6. Really, you're going to be that picky? Definitely makes quick work. Howdy, dear. Alright, let's see if we made a terrible mistake or not. I don't think we did. I think this is pretty much the perfect length. Well, they could definitely be 6, but I think 5 is okay. I think for the next batch, we will start cutting these at 6. Although 5 does fit right inside there quite nicely. Alrighty. I think we are well on our way to not being broke. I think we are well on our way to not being broke. Which is a wonderful place to be, because being broke sucks. In real life and in video games. It's no fun. Nobody wants to be broke. There's some big honkers of trees. Big honking trees. Whoop, that one came off the back. I just imagine if I got the loading down correctly too. Be hell on wheels. There we go. Now just imagine if my chainsaw worked properly too. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. I will learn one day. One day I will learn to walk up from a distance. Yeah, definitely going to change these to 6 meters. Change those to 6 meters and we will tear through every bit of timber we have over here. And we'll make some cash. Pay off that $20,000 lease. And get the money for the baler. I think we'll be in good shape at that point in time. Alright, we got a little bit more room on there. If I was smart, I would bring the trailer to the load of lumber, not the other way around. Alright, that one's good. I think we can get 2 more pieces in that one. At least 1 more piece. Whoop. Or I can just knock pieces out. Alright, I think I should be happy with that. Instead of goofing off with it too much more. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Next time we will be doing some more timber work. Thanks again for all the love and support you've given us. It's been absolutely amazing. If you like the show, make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you might want to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to get notified when I post new content or if I go live, hit that notification. Until next time guys, go plow your own damn fields.